another Wildcat team, the Lewisburg Wildcats tonight. They're in the Wildcat purple on the south side of the gym. The Cats in the home whites tonight. And Burlington's starting lineup will look like this. Number 3, Brandon Nordstadt. Number 5, Chase Watkins. Number 11, Tegan Hess. Number 15, Garrison Fiedler. And number 34, Connor Jeffers will be the starting lineup going for head coach Matt Barrett. Wildcats come in off of a victory last Friday night over Prairie View to open the season. They got a big win that night, and they are ready to come to tournament time. Last year, when they matched up with Lewisburg, they hosted it in Burlington, and they started out the tournament with a 60-37 win over these Lewisburg Wildcats. But everything is new. It's 0-0 on the board, and we are ready for the opening tip. It's going to be Garrison Fiedler for the Cats will tip the ball. He'll jump center against number 31, the 6'4 senior, Dalton Rabordi. Officials getting the official game ball prepared for the contest here. Good crowd on hand. Made the trip up from Burlington tonight. Boys playing first in this tournament action. And we notice that the Anderson County boys team is sitting right beside us, as that'll be the Cats team to take on tomorrow night. They get a chance to watch our Cats play here this evening. And after this game, our boys will go over to the other gym and get a chance to watch Anderson County get a preview of tomorrow night's contest. Cats down quickly on the right-hand side. They work it to Garrison Fiedler. He turns inside. The ball tipped away. Loose gets it back on the floor, and now we've got a tie-up. And the possession arrow will go to Lewisburg. Garrison Fiedler had the ball in low, but got tied up on the turnaround drop step. Cats come out with full court pressure here. In the backcourt, they come across, but a turnover. Good job by the defense. Forced a travel, and the ball comes back to the Wildcats. No score. We're just underway here at Baldwin tonight. The Burlington Wildcats and the Lewisburg Wildcats on the floor. Nordstadt will inbound the ball into the backcourt to Chase Watkins, and he'll come up to set the offense. Man-to-man defensive pressure by Lewisburg. In low they go. Ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cats. Fiedler trying to feed Watkins on the near side. Nordstadt will inbound the ball for the Wildcats. Look for that low pick. Now comes out on the high side. Chase back to Nordstadt. He'll dribble out to the top of the key. Gives it back to Hess on the right wing. Jeffers comes out to meet the ball. Back to Hess again. Goes to the low corner. Looks inside. It's not there. Cut off. Jeffers drives the paint. Plays it back down low to Fiedler, but the ball gets away. Turnover, and Lewisburg comes out of there with the loose ball. Driving all the way through the paint. Up and in with the bucket. Number 31, Dalton Rabordi, gets the first bucket on the board for Lewisburg. Across the timeline come the Cats. In the deep corner, Hess with a three. Shot away, no good. Back on the outside, they go to Nordstadt off that rebound. He fires up a three, can't get it to hit. Now Chase Watkins will bring it out, and they'll set the offense. Left wing into the hands of Hess. He goes to the top of the circle. Gives it up to Nordstadt, but he traveled with it, drug that pivot foot. Turnover goes right back over to Lewisburg. 2 turnovers by the Wildcats here. They're not on the board yet as Lewisburg leads it 2-0. Inbound in the backcourt against that Wildcat pressure. Tip the ball loose, but back into the hands of Lewisburg. They'll go back on left wing in the hands of Doles. His shot away, a three-pointer from deep. Desmond Doles, the 6'4 senior, fires it up from behind the arch. Jeffers trapped on the far side. Puts down the dribble, gets the ball over to Nordstadt, but we've got a timeout on the floor. Coach Barrett coming off the bench to call the timeout before the Cats could get trapped in a bad situation there. Dribbled across the timeline. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll go back to the station to take a 1-minute word from our sponsors of Wildcat Basketball on the Dawg. Bobby. Bobby.
The appliance store in Burlington has a large selection.
Did we go to a break? Okay, I didn't hear it, so I thought, maybe I should just start talking. All righty. Oh.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
And we're back after that timeout. Wildcats take it down low on the drive. It is Connor Jeffers up with the 2, and the Wildcats get on the board here with 5:29 remaining in the first quarter. But quickly down towards the other way, Minster drives in from the right lane and answers that 2. Still a 5-point lead, 7-2. The Lewisburg Cats on top. Jeffers trapped the ball, tipped away, but he gets it back. Now he'll dribble across the timeline. Pass goes to Nordstadt. He's going to drive the lane and lay it up and in. Brandon Nordstadt, good move that time to pick that ball out of the air and saw a lane to the bucket for his first points of the night. 7-4 now. The Cats trail here with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Lewisburg brings the ball to the top of the circle. They'll set the offense in the hands of the 5'9" junior, Brandon Gage. They'll come right wing, ball loose on the floor, but back in the hands of Lewisburg. Drive to the paint, shot away under the boot, no good. They'll rebound, take control. Back into the hands of Gage. He's going to drive the baseline, but a player control foul as number 23, Ben Minster, threw the pass to the side, but his body contact kept on moving. So his first personal foul. Cats will play it in the backcourt. Watkins on the right-hand wing. Now brings it over to Nordstadt on the near side. They look up across the timeline, goes to Jeffers. Now Fiedler in the far corner. Back to Jace, bottom out the 3, has to pull it back. Now back in control. He's set. He's firing it up hard off the rim. No good. And Hess boards it for the Cats. He'll drive under the baseline. Goes to Fiedler. His putback shot won't go. Third time's got to be the charm. But he gets fouled hard. And Garrison Fiedler will go to the line for the Cats to shoot a pair. Good work by Garrison that time, as that foul on Justin Sievert is his first personal. Fiedler hits the first, and he'll be there for a second free throw attempt. Cats out to a little cold start here, but they finally found the range, and Fiedler couldn't get that one to fall in and out. It's a 7-5 margin. Lewisburg on top here with 4:04 left on the clock. We're just underway, the early game of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. On the near side, Sievert with the ball goes back on top to Gage. Now they'll pull to the right wing. Lay it inside down low. Shot up, no good. Chase couldn't control it. Ball loose on the floor. In the backcourt, Gage finally collects it. He'll feed it off to the left side. Down low it goes, and up for the shot, Dalton Rabordi. The big 6'4" senior has an athletic move down in that paint. Nordstadt across the timeline goes to Connor. He'll find Hess from behind the arch. A 3, no good. And Rabordi with the board. Out on the break, left side, layup is up and in. Number 23, Minster, with his second bucket of the night. And a little run by the Lewisburg Cats, and it's an 11-5 margin. Ball on the far wing into the hands of Nordstadt. He'll drive the lane. Shot back hard off the rim, no good. Outlet pass ahead. And on the breakaway, lays it up and in. Number 11, Desmond Doles gets his second bucket. And Coach Barrett calling a timeout as Lewisburg has found the gun. The Cats can't get back on defense twice in a row. And Lewisburg capitalizes. Time on the floor is 2:48 left on the clock here. And Lewisburg leading 13-5 over the Burlington Cats. He's got to ramp up that defense for the Wildcats here. And anytime there's a shot, somebody's got to be in that defensive position as they're crashing the board. Outlet pass, and off to the races go the Lewisburg Wildcats. Second timeout called by the Cats. And Coach Steve Lyons from the Anderson County Bulldogs stopping by to say hi. We've known Steve for a number of years leading the Anderson County Bulldogs. We'll be seeing them in league competition this year, also now in the Pioneer League. Bad pass turnover by Jace Watkins, and into the hands of Doles. He'll bring it across the timeline for Lewisburg. They'll set the offense top of the circle. Set with a high post. Now out on the right wing behind the arch. A three away is no good. And the Wildcats boarded. Checking in at the timeout was Carson Byer. He comes down with that ball for the Cats. Dribbles across the timeline, but he steps. Oh, the ball was knocked loose. Hit the out-of-bounds marker, so it'll stay in the hands of the Wildcats. They'll play it in on the far side. Also in for the Cats, Connor McManus is checked in the lineup for the Wildcats. Jace going to drive the lane. His shot away, but fouled on the way to the hoop. Jace Watkins will step to the line and shoot a pair. Whistle down low. Foul on number 24 is Justin Sievert. Sievert picking up his second personal and the third team foul now on Lewisburg. As Jace steps up, gets his first point of the night. Jace had 24 for the Wildcats on that Friday night victory, and he's in the line and up for the second free throw. It's good also. And we've got an official's stoppage of the clock here. Not certain what these two guys are talking about out on the floor. They call the third official over. And now they're going to come to the bench here and talk over with the scorekeeper. They want to make sure that they've got the numbers correct in the book. They had the foul listed on number 24. I'm not sure if they're going to change that foul. We don't see anything changed up on the scoreboard here. I think the official is motioning that foul was on 23, Ben Meister. And with the change, that'll be 2 fouls on Meister. We're set. Here comes the ball, and it's Lewisburg leading 13-7 over the Wildcats with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. On the far wing, they'll put the ball in the hands of Ryobi. Ball loose. Jace knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Lewisburg. They'll play it on right in front of the Burlington Wildcat bench as Dylan DeShazer has checked in for Lewisburg. Looking to inbound. Turnaround shot is up short off the rim. Jace with the board for the Cats, and he'll bring it up to the timeline. Picks up the dribble, goes to Fire. He looks across to the right-hand side, back to Jace. Cats will pull it back out, set the offense now. Connor Jeffers puts the ball on the floor, has to pick up that dribble, goes right side. They'll play it out to the top of the key now. Fire with the ball as O'Connor comes for the ball, driving to the hoop. Connor Jeffers is fouled, and he's going to go to the line. Got in the air and got bumped by number 25. That is Dylan DeShays. His first personal, and the Wildcats have been to the line 4 times already. This time it's Connor Jeffers going for a pair. First free throw on the way. Can't make the connection, but he'll stand up for a second. Cole Vogel checks into the lineup now for the Lewisburg Cats. He'll take position down on the rebounding lane as Connor Jeffers gets set. Eyes the bucket off the rim, hard, no good. Ball off of Fiedler, out of bounds, and that'll be Lewisburg ball. Big substitution for the Cats as Nordstad and Hess return to the lineup, along with number 13, Jordan Torres, and number 42, Big Mitch Taylor, on the floor here with a minute 16 remaining in this first quarter of action tonight from Baldwin. Lewisburg leads it 13-7. Gage with the ball at the top of the key. He looks right wing. Now to feed it down in low to Shears. They'll wing on the left side behind the arch. A three-pointer on the way. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Everybody fighting for it. It's loose, and Nordstad comes out with it. He's out ahead of the pack. And the ball is knocked out of bounds on the drive. No foul as Nordstad rolls up against the wall. Good defensive chase that time as Nordstad had the ball out in the open court. But three defenders, there's a lot of stuff happens down on that end of the floor. But Nordstad will play it in. He'll look to Big Mitch on the lob. Now they'll go right side to Hess. They'll bring the ball out to the top of the circle. Left wing, they'll find Torres. Thought about the three, has to pull it in. Now gets it back to Carson Fire. Nordstad goes to the hoop. Leaves it off to Mitch. Ball loose again down on the floor. And they'll bring it up out. Fire looking inside, now pulls it out to the top. 30 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter of play. They'll put it in the hands of Taylor down low. They go to Torres. Kicks out to Hess. He's going to triple drive to the hoop. Lots of contact, no call. And here come the Lewisburg Tigers. But a steal by Nordstad. Got in front of that pass. He'll break it to the right side. And with the drive, no, they call the foul on the floor before the shot was attempted. Nordstad forcing the action there. The only thing the defender could do was put his body in front. That's going to be a whistle and a foul on number 11. Desmond Doles picking up his first personal. And a 15 foul here. Cats will play it in under their own bucket with 10 seconds on the clock. Fire looks right-hand side, finds Hess, gets in the hole, lays it up on a floater, no good at there. Nordstad in, and up with the shot, no. Mitch Taylor was going up for the shot. He got fouled as the buzzer sounds, and Mitch will go to the line to shoot a pair. Nice job by Mitch to get control of that loose ball floating there. And he'll go to the charity stripe. First one is on the way in and out, won't go. Called that foul on number 25 to Shears. They show it being his first foul. Mitch can't connect on the second, but stood up tall for both shots. We go to the end of the first quarter. It's the Lewisburg Wildcats 13, Burlington Wildcats 7. We'll be right back.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. Early game is the Wildcats on the floor. The men's team playing the 5:30 contest. The ladies will be tipping off about 7 here from Baldwin at the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. They're taking on the Lewisburg Wildcats. Both the ladies and the men teams will match up with Lewisburg tonight. And Lewisburg leads it at the end of a first quarter of play, 13-7. Cats will inbound on the far side. Ball tipped away, but it's out of bounds off of... No, it's off of The official said it was off of Nordstadt. Brandon says, I'm sorry, I did not touch that. Blue ball, away they go. They lead it down low into the paint inside. Nordy ducks his head and gets called for the player control foul. He doesn't realize that he's been whistled up. But, yeah, when you duck your head and try to move Big Mitch out of the way, that whistle is going to go against you every time. 7:42 remaining in the second quarter of play here. And starting lineup back in now for the Cats as Chase Watkins, Connor Jeffers, and Garrison Fiedler check back in on the floor for the Cats. Pressure by Lewisburg. A loose 1-3-1 press defense. They need to get her across the timeline with the 10. They'll put it in the hands of Jeffers on the far side. Chase Watkins with the dribble, picks it up at the top of the key, goes back to Jeffers. He's going to feed it off to Garrison, off and in. Nice job as the defense collapses. Garrison Fiedler takes it to the hoop strong. 4-point lead now, 13-9. Lewisburg on top. But a wild pass out of control, but back into the hands of Lewisburg. They're going to fire up a three from long distance, and it is number 3 just into the lineup. Parker Parentis with his first shot, and it's a three-pointer for the Lewisburg Cats. Nordstadt across the timeline, tries to force it down in low. Cats come back out with it. Garrison Fiedler with the ball high over the top. He'll find Jace set for a three on the way. It's good. Jace Watkins lit him up over at Prairie View with a three-pointer, and he gets his first tonight. Pass down low into the paint, but it's off of Fiedler, out of bounds. 16-12 lead for the Lewisburg Cats. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket. The officials are letting them play fast and furious here. Another player control foul on number 31, Ravorti. He is having trouble controlling, getting where he wants to go. He's going to have a little altitude adjustment. I think it's going to come on the bench with his coach right now as number 25, Deshays, will check back in. In the backcourt, Watkins with the ball, goes over to Nordstadt. Across the timeline, Jeffers back to Nordstadt. Got to lay it down low in the corner to Hess. They'll work on the right side now. Jace cuts to the hoop, up and the ball rolls off the top. Jace Watkins made a nice drive between the two defenders, but could not finish it in the net. And a steal by Nordstadt, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the pick. He says you got arm contact. Brandon disagrees. First team foul on the Wildcats. Brandon Nordstadt with his personal foul. They've gone all the way to the 6:03 mark here before the first foul on the Cats. On the floor, up with it goes the Cats, down to Jace Watkins, up and in. Nice job getting out on that break. Jace to finish it for the Cats. And they narrow it with another steal. Nice job by the defense, making it happen. And a foul on the reach around. Number 11 grabs Jace on the left-hand side. The second foul by Desmond Doles. He's whistled up. And that'll send Jace to the line to shoot 1+ a bonus here. A little frustration kicking in here for Lewisburg as their coach is going to try to calm them down with a quick 30-second timeout. They're going to go to the bench and talk it over as the Cats have made a run now. They got it within 16-14 here with 5:42 remaining in the second quarter. Cats defense doing a great job of cutting right in front of the pass lane. Couple of steals and capitalizing for the Cats. Coach Barrett on his feet and excited. He's given them every bit of encouragement to get up there and play hard. And it is paying off for the Cats as they've trailed by as much as a 7-point margin. But back to a 2-point lead for Lewisburg, 1+ a bonus, as Jace Watkins will go to the line for the Cats. Jace 2 for 2 early in the contest here. He'll set for this free throw on the way. It's up and good. Netted home for Jace Watkins. And he'll have a chance to tie it back up for the Cats here. Second free throw attempt on the way. Off the rim, short. Fiedler gets the rebound and gets shoved. That's going to send Garrison to the line to shoot 1+. No, it's going to be the double bonus now, as that's the 10th team foul. That foul whistled down low on the rebound attempt. Let's make sure if that is number 25 with the foul. They haven't put it up on the board yet as Fiedler gets set for his first free throw. On the way, no, hard off the back of the rim. That one won't fall. They whistled that foul on number 11, Desmond Dole, picking up his third personal, and he'll go to the bench with 5:40 remaining in the second. Garrison steps up for his second attempt. The Cats will be shooting in the double bonus the rest of the way in this quarter, and with that made free throw, we've got a tie game, 16-16, here with 5:42 remaining in the first half of play. Gage comes across the timeline. Double team gets it loose to the left-hand side. They'll spin it off in the corner. Now look down low. Short on the two-point shot. Ball loose in the bucket. No good there, and Connor Jeffers boards it out for the Cats. Nice job going in amongst some of that big timber, but Connor comes out with the bucket. They'll look back to Hess. Picks up that dribble, goes to Connor. He's going to split the defenders. Off the board, no good. And tried to get the steal, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lewisburg ball under the Cat basket. Pressure by the Cats on the inbound. Lewisburg just a little bit hesitant about how they're going to break that press. Now they come across the timeline. Right-hand side with the dribble drive. Picks up the dribble, goes to Vogel. He lays it inside, but we've got a whistle and a foul. Will stop action. Got the ball down to Shears. Number 11, Tegan Hess, is whistling for his first personal foul now. And that's the second team foul on the Cats. To the line is number 25, Dylan Deshays, and he will shoot a pair. They got the inlet pass down low. That free throw on the way, no good. Rims off the left-hand side, and he'll be there for a second attempt. 4:49 on the clock with the tie score here. The second free throw is up and good. And Lewisburg regaining the lead. Up court on the right-hand side, Nordstadt with the dribble. He'll put it in the hands of Jace Watkins. Back to Jace on the top. Now he looks down low to Connor. Finds Nordstadt on the outside, but we've got a whistle and a foul on the defense. That's number 2, Brandon Gage, picking up his first personal foul. Now 11 team fouls will send Connor to the line for the double bonus. Connor will set up. He's got a pair tonight already, and he'll be at the charity stripe for the Cats. Shot is on the way, hard off the back of the rim. Couldn't get that one to fall. Chance to tie it back up here with a made free throw for the Wildcats.
The MyTown Media Station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock.
KSNP 97.7 Burlington. The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg.
Boards it, they'll come up across the timeline. Fadeaway shot, no good. Rebounded left down low is Hess, and he'll bring it up on the dribble. Left-hand side, picks it up, but it's off Chase, out of bounds. That turnover gives it right back to Lewisburg. Too many turnovers on the Cats here. Having trouble holding on to that ball. As number 24 checking in is Justin Siebert for Lewisburg again on the floor. They'll inbound in the backcourt to Gage. Now Siebert on the near wing. Picks up his dribble. He'll cut and go through, come out the other side. Nothing there. Gage will work one-on-one. On the left-hand wing to Vogel. Stutter step looks like a problem there, but Garrison Fiedler comes out with the board, and the Wildcats control. Here comes Nordstadt, left-hand side, cut off from the dribble. They'll put it in the hands of the top side to Hess. He works behind the arch, but we got to travel. Another turnover on the Cats. That's a stat I haven't been able to keep track of here, but it's too many. 3:35 left in the first half of play. Lewisburg leading by 1, 17-16 margin here on the floor in tournament time at Baldwin. Vogel behind the arch, gives it back to Gage. Looks on the inside, nobody cutting for him to get rid of a pass at. Now on the outside, a drive down the hoop, no good on the shot, and Nordstadt comes out of there with the loose ball. He'll feed it up court to Chase Watkins. Now back out to Hess. Nordstadt, good pass going in, got tipped away. Connor Jeffers with the drive, that's a block. Good defensive effort by Lewisburg. They'll bring the ball up court on the right wing. Three-point shot is on the way. It's short, and Fiedler boards it out for the Cats. Lots of action out on the floor. The Lewisburg fans on the near side thought there was some wrong action going on down for. Play on, they say. Chase Watkins with a nice dribble through that defender off his guard, and Cole Vogel picks up the foul. First personal on Vogel, and the 12th team foul on Lewisburg as number 31, Dalton Ribordi, gets ready to check back in after these three throws by Jace. He'll be there for a double bonus again. This one is on the way and short off the front of the rim. Checking in for the Wildcats, Connor McManus back on the floor along with Carson Byer. 2:38 on the clock here. Jace can tie it up with a made free throw. This one's on the way hard off the back of the rim. No good as Vogel goes for the board. The Cats are leaving some points out there by not connecting from the charity stripe. Spin and go to the basket, and a block from the backside. Chase Watkins got up there, snuck in on the back, and stripped that ball away for the Cats. Byer looking inside, gives it to Fiedler down low. He'll turn back out. Nordstadt fires off a three. Brandon Nordstadt, his first three-pointer of the night, and sends the Wildcats into the lead, 19-17, here with 2 minutes remaining. Down court on the other side, Lewisburg can't get that shot to fall, and Nordstadt will board it out. He'll lead it off to the left-hand side. Byer with the shot, no good. Fiedler fighting for the rebound, but taken away by Lewisburg. Lob pass up court. They let it back, and nice job by number 24, Justin Seaver, laying it in on a good assist from Ribordi. Ribordi was flying out of bounds when he caught that pass, put back into the hands of Seaver. Now the Cats come down. McManus answers with a two right there. Connor McManus' first point of the night, and we're all tied, 19-19. Up come the Cats. No, ball loose. Vogel with it out on the wing. His three away is no good, and Byer controls for the Cats. We've got 1 minute remaining in the first half of play here at Baldwin tonight. Watkins with the ball on the left wing. Works one-on-one with the dribble drive. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats as Torres and Big Mitch check back in for the Wildcats. We've got 53 seconds on the clock here before the halftime break. Torres will inbound for the Wildcats. Looks for the cutter under in the paint. It's not there. Now lobs it out on the side to Jace Watkins. He's going to the paint, has to give it back out to Torres. Behind the arch, his three away, no good. He rebounds it, drives it back up and in. Nice job, Jordan Torres, to follow that shot and get the bucket for the Cats. Gage with the dribble drive. And the two officials talking it over. They don't know which one is going to end up with the call. It is a block foul on Torres, his first foul. He got back in defensive position. Both men went to the floor. But it looks like that's going to be Brandon Gage going to the line, and he'll shoot a pair. 3 team fouls on the Wildcats here in this first half of action. The free throw misses, and he'll be there for his second attempt. 37 seconds remaining on the clock here in this first half of play. As Gage throws one up, hits off the rim, no good. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Looks like they're going to call that on Big Mitch. As he went up, that ball bounced crazily off the rim. He got a little overbalanced there. And it'll be Lewisburg ball to play in underneath their own bucket. Look into the near quarter. Down low and stolen away there. McManus got a hand in on that ball. Nice job on the defensive side. Cats will pull it back out with 20 seconds remaining. A 23-19 lead for the Wildcats. As Jace Watkins will set the offense. High pick from Mitch. Goes around the right-hand side. Watkins dribble drive the baseline. Back out to McManus. His three on the way, no good. Rebound, ball loose, and Vogel comes out, but the buzzer sounds. We go to the end of one half of play with the Burlington Wildcats in the lead, 23-19, as they hold Lewisburg to only 6 points in that second quarter of action. Overcome as much as a 7-point margin and take the 4-point lead into the locker room here at the half. We're going to take it back to the station in a 3-minute timeout for our sponsors of Wildcat Basketball on the Dog. I'll get the stats gathered up from this first half of play when we return to Baldwin in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic right here on the Dog.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dog invite you to some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrison in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net.
At Diners Cafe, 1020 North 2nd Street, Burlington, it's all about you, our customer. The staff loves what they do with a desire to provide outstanding service, serve up your order freshly made with wholesome ingredients, and do it in a clean and comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page for our specials of the day and latest happenings. Diners Cafe, home of great food and awesome atmosphere. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington for amazing deals and already low prices. On sale this week, frozen family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. Best choice vegetables, 2 for $1. Or a fresh boneless beef rump roast, $2.99 a pound. And fresh bananas, 39 cents a pound. New York garlic breads, 2 for $5. And American Beauty pasta, 99 cents. For these and more savings, go to Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends December 12th.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. It's tournament action. As we said, it's the Bulldog Wildcat Classic featuring two Wildcat teams matching up here in our gym. It's the Burlington Wildcats and the Lewisburg Wildcats. Over in the other gym tonight, it is the Anderson County Bulldogs and the Baldwin Bulldogs. Anderson County will be our opponent tomorrow night. Same time, same place, right here at 5:30 with the boys contest. Women's games at 7 both nights. Lewisburg started out on fire. They had as much as a 13-6 lead over the Wildcats in that first quarter before the Wildcats came on strong, outscoring Lewisburg 17-6 in the second quarter of play. Jumped up on the defensive assignment, and Lewisburg, the victim of their own aggressiveness, getting whistled for a total of 12 fouls in that first half action. Leading scorers for Lewisburg tonight, Dylan Shazer with 1 point, 2 tonight from Justin Siebert, 4 each from Dalton Ramodi and Ben Meister. Those two guys got their points in the first quarter of play, along with Desmond Doles. He added up 4 or 5 points, and a lone three-pointer from Parker Parents as he came in to start that second quarter. His first shot good from long distance, but the Wildcat defense, a good job holding those Lewisburg Cats to only 6 in that second quarter play. Wildcat scoring is spread up and down the line as Jordan Torres and Connor McManus come in that second quarter. Both got buckets for the Wildcats off the bench. Connor Jeffers also with 2 points tonight. Garrison Fiedler down low, having trouble working against an equally large lineup for Lewisburg. He's got 4 points, but a group of rebounds for Garrison on the defensive end tonight. 5 points from Brandon Nordstad as he scores both a 2 and a 3-pointer for the Cats. And Jace Watkins leading the way for Burlington tonight with 8 points. He's done it everywhere. 3 of 6 from the charity stripe, a 2-pointer and a 3 for Jace. And he leads them with 8 of the 24 first half points for the Wildcats as they take the lead into the locker room, 24-19. Lady Cats are out on the floor getting warmed up. Their contest will tip off about 7 o'clock this evening. And we, again, with this tournament matchup, playing Lewisburg tonight. Boys last year got a 60-52 victory. Their opponent tomorrow night will be Anderson County, and last year hosting the Bulldogs at home. The Wildcats got a 66-51 victory in the second game of that contest and finished off the tournament 3-0 in tournament play with a 71-61 win over the Baldwin Bulldogs in last year's contest. The Lewisburg Cats opened their season last Friday night. They made the trip to Pittsburgh, took on the Dragons, and they were defeated 76-48 in their opening game. So they've got some enthusiasm to come out and get a win on the line. The Wildcats want to extend their streak after the victory over the Buffaloes last Friday night. Also this week, tournament action around 4 local teams. Lebo is on the road to Harrington for tournament time as Hartford and Southern Coffee County both run down Highway 75 to Yates Center for their tournament. The JV boys are not left out this week. They're going to make it on the road Thursday night as they travel to Fort Scott and return there on Saturday morning to finish up that tournament for the Burlington High School JV squads. I want to send out another shout-out back to Diners Cafe. You know, they take care of us when we go on the road. Friday night, that sandwich they put in the bag was just too much for Rick and I as we were dining with Meals on Wheels on the way up here. We didn't get a chance to sample the chocolate cake until on the road home. That chocolate cream cake just hit the spot on that long road home from Prairie View. Again, we want to thank them for taking care of us on the road in the Dogmobile, and they'll take care of you right there in Burlington. So stop by and see the fine folks at Diners Cafe in Burlington, proud sponsor of the Burlington Wildcats and Lady Cats all season long, and a little something extra for the announcers. They know where it's at. We're going to go back to the station, take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with second half action, Wildcat versus Wildcat, here on the Dog.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper's Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dog tonight. As the crowd is getting larger here in the gym after that 5:30 start, the Lewisburg Wildcats and the Burlington Wildcats, men's teams on the floor, ready to start second half action. The ladies contest will be tipping off about 7 o'clock this evening. We're glad you could tune in to follow the Wildcats and the Lady Cats later on this evening. Wildcats with a 24-19 lead, a 5-point margin here at the halftime break. Both teams had their way in their individual quarters there, but the Wildcats with the lead at the halftime break. Both teams gauging what worked well for them in the first half of play. Lewisburg is going to have to be mindful. They have 3 players with 2 fouls each and 1 with 3 fouls as we start the second half of play. And that is Desmond Doles with the 3 fouls. He'll inbound the ball for Lewisburg. Ball on the right-hand wing goes back to Doles at the top of the circle. Man-to-man defense by the Wildcats. They'll try to work it into their big man. Fadeaway jumper. Short off the rim. Good defense by Garrison Fiedler. He was right up in the chest of his offensive man. Back on the near side. Hess with the ball. Looks inside. Lewisburg also man-to-man defense matching up with the Cats. Now Watkins brings the ball to the top of the key. Looks to Connor Jeffers. He'll cut and go through. Looks to come out the other side off the double pick. Covered up on that side, but a bad pass. It's stolen away. Northstadt goes down and gets it. Plays it back off to Connor Jeffers. It's up and in. Good job that time. Fiedler got covered up, and he feeds it down to Connor for the bucket, and the Cats score first here in the third quarter of play. Dribble drive to the hoop. We've got a whistle and a foul. Number 23, Minster, on the drive is fouled by Nordstadt, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Brandon picks up his second personal foul and the first team foul on the Cats here in the second half of play. Minster short off the front of the rim on that free throw attempt, but he'll stand in for a second attempt. Minster, a 6'1" senior for Lewisburg, connects on that second free throw attempt. And it's a 25-20 lead, Wildcats up. Northstadt with the ball off the dribble. Lobs down low to Fiedler. He's pitched between a couple of defenders. Nice job on the defense. Couldn't get that shot off cleanly, and they'll come out with the ball. Ball on the top of the court. They'll go to Ryobi. Doles now from 18, in and out, no good. And Ryorby got tangled up with Garrison Fiedler, and he'll be whistled for his third personal foul. First team foul on Lewisburg in the second half of play. They need to work that ball down low and get Ryoby back on the bench again. He is an athletic individual. Out on the court, Nordstadt picks up his dribble, goes to Hess. Now Nordstadt thought about the three, dribble drive, ball knocked away, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It is going to be Ryoby picking up that fourth foul. Nordstadt making a great effort to take that ball against him and play defense against a quick guard. 4 personal fouls. Well, the official on the board, they change it to 4. And he's going to come to the bench quickly here with 6:11 remaining on the clock. Into Fiedler, back down to Nordstadt on the low paint. He turns and goes to the rim. No good. Shot blocked away, and it's in the hands of Lewisburg. Now, of course, quickly they'll come on the left wing, but in the hands of Doles. He's going to drive to the paint. Stop, turn around, lays it up with the left hand. Falls off the rim, won't go, but we've got a whistle and a foul down in the paint. And Doles will be going to the line for Lewisburg. That foul whistled on number 34, Connor Jeffers, picking up his first personal foul. And Doles will step to the line. That free throw is on the way up and good. Nothing but net for Desmond Doles, as he has 6 points now for the Lewisburg Cats. Set for another free throw attempt. It's on the way. Also netted home for Doles, and he leads their scorers with 7 points tonight. 3-point margin. Wildcats up 25-22. Near side, Nordstadt looking for the cutter. It's not there. He'll look to go down the paint. Cut off there. Back to Fiedler from the charity stripe. His shot away, no good, off the rim, and boarded out. Lead pass out ahead. Hard off the rim, no good, and Connor Jeffers boards it for the Cats. Doles blocks the pass away, and the Lewisburg Cats come out with possession. Little wild, frantic action there. Gage with the ball on the right-hand side for Lewisburg. Looking for somebody to come off the pick. On the top side, Siebert fires up a three. Nice job that time by Justin Siebert to connect. And we're tied 25-25 here at the 5-minute mark. Dribble drive by Jeffers. He'll kick out. Jace Watkins goes to the hoop and puts one down. Jace Watkins, good move right down the lane to get that layup up and in, and the Cats back on top. But quickly coming the other way, shot off is no good. Hess boards it for the Cats, and Jace Watkins will bring it up. Across the timeline on the right wing. Stop and shake move. Goes to Fiedler. He puts it on the floor. Comes up with it, and a timeout called by Matt Barrett before they could get him tied up on the floor. Garrison Fiedler has to learn not to put that ball down on the dribble, as the defensive hands can come and take it at that point. But they got the timeout called. They'll keep it right here on the air as the Wildcats go at it tooth and nail. A 27-25 lead for the Burlington Wildcats here with 4:27 remaining in the third quarter of play. Good crowd of Burlington Wildcat supporters and some new fans that got here just after the halftime break, as they'll watch the end of this game and be here for the Lady Cat contest. We hope you can stay along with us here, as we'll be here for both games tonight. Actually, 6 games of tournament action this week from Baldwin. Tonight kicks it off with the Wildcat. Tomorrow night it'll be the Anderson County Bulldogs, the opponent for the Cats. Nordstadt inbounds it to Fiedler. Now they'll pull it back out to the top of the circle. Jace Watkins sets the offense for Burlington. Finds Jeffers on the far wing. Looks inside, goes around to pick, and kicks out. In the corner, 3-point shot is up and good for Nordstadt. Brannon connects for his second 3 of the night, and the Cats back to a 5-point margin, 30-25 here, with 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Dribble drive by Doles. Lays it up and in. Nice move that time. Kept his body under control as he went to the hoop. Chase Watkins calls out the play for the Cats. Feeds it in to Fiedler. Out to Nordstad. A three again. No, but he gets his own rebound. Goes to the hoop. He's fouled on the way. And Brandon Nordstad will go to the charity stripe. He'll shoot a pair there, as that foul is whistled down low on number 23. Ben Minster picking up his third personal foul, and that's the third team foul on the Lewisburg Cats. Brandon steps up, calmly sinks that free throw, and he'll be there for a second. Substitutes checking in for the Wildcats. Connor McManus and Carson Fire back on the floor for the Wildcats. Brandon, second free throw hard off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded away to Lewisburg, and they'll bring it up, trailing by 4. 3:35 on the clock here in the third quarter of play. Good defensive pressure by the Cats. Vogel with the ball at the top of the circle. Gives it back to Cage. Ball loose on the right wing. They'll take it in the corner. Deep from 3, no good. Rebound down in the paint. Turnaround shot is blocked by Fiedler. Lots of contact, but no whistle. Both directions down low, as these officials are a little tough to understand what is out of their range of limits, evidently. Fire will have the dribble at the top of the circle. Dribble into the paint, but the ball is loose. Gets it back and clears it to Watkins. Cats will bring it out on the top. Settle down and start the offense. Fiedler down low with the turnaround, but he is fouled down in the low post position. A foul on number 2 is Brandon Gage, picking up his second personal and the fourth team foul. Cats will play it in under their own bucket, leading by 4, 31-27 here at Baldwin tonight. Chase Watkins with the ball high over the top, goes to Fire on the near side. Picked up the dribble. He's going to have to get rid of it out to Chase Watkins. Ball off of Chase, out of bounds, right in front of Coach Barrett. He says, how? Was that not a body contact foul? Now he's pleading his case to the second official, but, Matt, that never happens. On we go with Wildcats leading at 31-27 here as we approach the 2-minute mark of the third quarter of action. Burlington Wildcats on top of the Lewisburg Wildcats. Vogel at the top of the key, gives the ball back up. Now back out on the point. Dribble in, drive, and good job by Fiedler. That ball is knocked away out of bounds off of Lewisburg, and the Wildcats will take it up court. Garrison Fiedler went up high, kept his body under control, and did not make any body contact as he slapped the ball away. Wildcats bring it up now under the 2-minute mark. Cats looking for a cutter down low. McManus gets rid of it to Garrison out behind the arch. That's not where we want him to play from. We want him down low and banging with the big ones. At the high post, they look for that cutter in the paint. Is Nordstad. He'll get it back out to Chase Watkins. Fires up a 3. It's off the rim hard. No good. Ball loose on the floor, but on the reach in, we're going to have a whistle and a foul on number 22, Connor McManus. Saw that ball being dribbled out in the open, tried to get a hand in, but he's whistled for his first personal foul and the third team foul on the Wildcats. 5 team fouls over on the Lewisburg side of the ledger, as Mitch Taylor checks back in for the Wildcats here with 1:20 left before the end of the third quarter play. They'll play the ball around out to the outside. Vogel with the dribble, works down low. Turnaround shot is up and no good. McManus boards it out for the Cats. And here comes Chase Watkins up for under a minute to play. They lead it to Fiedler. Goes to the hoop and he's fouled. Nice move. Put that ball down for one dribble and took it right to the heart of the defense. Dylan Deshays is whistled for the foul. Sends Garrison to the line, and he'll shoot a pair. Garrison steps up with 4 points in the ledger tonight. make that 5 as he sinks the first free throw, and he'll be there for a second attempt. Jordan Torres and Tegan Hess check back onto the floor for the Cats here with 1:03 remaining in the third quarter of play. Garrison at the free throw line. Hard off the rim, it won't fall. And the Lewisburg Cats bring it up. They trail by 5 as we work under a minute to play in the third quarter. Vogel from the free throw line, left-hander. That shot away, no good. Fiedler boards, and the Cats have got it. They'll bring it up court. Hess on the far side. He'll dribble drive the baseline, now has to pull it back out. Finds Fire at the top of the key. They'll set the play with the 2 post men. They've got Fiedler and Big Mitch down low. On a steal, here comes Gage up ahead. Dribble drive locked is over, no good. Reach in, now we've got a tie-up. The possession arrow going with the Cats here as they'll take the ball in the backcourt with 24 seconds remaining. Garrison comes to the bench for the breather here before the end of the third quarter as Connor Jeffers checks back in for the Wildcats. Hess will inbound in the backcourt to Fire. They've got 25 seconds to work it up and get off another shot here for the end of this third quarter play. Across the timeline, looks down the middle, ball tipped, but goes to Connor. They'll bring it back out to Torres. Looks to Fire. He'll spin and move. Goes to the hoop. Lays it up, but no, the ball blocked away. 2 seconds left. A shot from the midcourt stripe. Pounds off the rim. No good. And we've got 3 quarters in the book with the Wildcats leading it 32-27 here on the road at Baldwin tonight. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout for our sponsors, and we'll be back with Wildcat basketball on the Dawg.
Make reversing your vehicle easier and clearer with the HD dash cam. Just $39.99. And make working easier with this 26-piece screwdriver set with rack. Just $19.99. And help your car last with the Pennzoil Converter Motor Oil. Only $3.99 a quart. Offer good through December 31st or while supplies last. Caldwell's Auto Parts, 423 Kennedy Street in Burlington.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball on the Dawg. Tonight it is the Bulldog Wildcat Classic here from Baldwin, Kansas tonight as the Burlington Wildcats are taking on the Lewisburg Wildcats. A good contest here. These two teams match it up and play it out on the floor. Dribble drive to the hoop. Nice move that time by number 23, Ben Minster. Goes in for the bucket for Lewisburg, and they narrow that lead to a 3-point margin. Substitutes ready to check back in for Burlington here. As Fire dribbles out on the top of the open court, but a bad pass, turnover. Minster with the dribble drive. He's going to lay it up and in. Minster, he saw that pass being telegraphed and jumped the route. It's a 1-point margin, 32-31 now, as Connor Jeffers is going to drive the paint. Up and in. No, won't fall. Mitch there with the ball. Ball knocked out of bounds. Mitch couldn't control it as it got knocked from the backside. And the Wildcat substitutes will come onto the floor. Nordstadt, Fiedler, and Watkins return, along with Hess and Connor Jeffers. Oh, the ball stripped out of Jace's hand, and Lewisburg comes up with it. That should have been a backcourt violation as the body was across. The ball dribbled in the backcourt. Down the lane they go. Kicks out behind the arch on the far side. Minster with the dribble. They'll put it back up on top to Parensis. His dribble to the top of the circle. Has to get rid of it to Vogel going down the lane. But a travel, that turnover gives it right back to the Wildcats. Got the ball on the off foot. Wasn't ready to receive that pass. Lewisburg fighting back to within a point here with 6:30 to go in the contest. Cats had a 5-point lead at the end of the third quarter. Ball loose down low. Fiedler puts it up and it won't go home. Tough to get through all of those arms. Chase Watkins steals the ball loose on the floor. Pass loose. Dole's loose. Back to Lewisburg. Minster's going to fire up a three. It's no good. Ball slapped away. It's out of bounds, and it's Lewisburg ball. Wild action on the floor here as Nordstadt, they're going to stop and give him a little attention. He got hit in the lip there as he went to the floor chasing that loose ball. He's going to stay in the contest for the Wildcats as Lewisburg will play it in on their own baseline. Right side, have to kick it back out. Minster, follow-away shot is up and good as Ben Minster has scored 6 points for the Lewisburg Cats, and they regain that lead 33-32 here with 6 minutes remaining in the contest. Out on the top, Fiedler with the ball, gives it up to Nordstadt, then goes down to the low post. Nordstadt on the drive, soft floater, won't fall. Fought for it down low, and we've got a tie-up. Good job by Brandon Nordstadt to tie up the possession. The arrow goes with Lewisburg. The next time around, it'll be Wildcat ball. Checking back onto the floor, number 31, Dalton Rabordi. Rabordi got 2 quick fouls to open that second half of play. No, now the officials are talking it over on the possession arrow. They're not certain what's Matt Barrett pleading his case out there, offering his assistance. And the two officials still can't come to a conclusion. And the official who made the signal, he prevails. Now they're going to have to come over and explain it to the Lewisburg coach. That didn't set well. Wildcat ball, they'll inbound it underneath their own bucket to Fiedler. Up and in for the score. Garrison Fiedler, great position down low, gets the bucket and the lead back in the hands of the Wildcats, 33-32. Minster drives the baseline, has to turn back around out on the top side. Rabordi wants to work one-on-one against Fiedler. Stops from 18. Ball away, it's short. And Hess boards out for the Cats. They'll bring it across the timeline. Bad pass stolen away by Rabordi. Gage with it. They've got a 3-on-1. Rabordi gets the ball loose. No, it's tipped out of bounds. That'll stay with Lewisburg, but a good defensive job getting back by the Cats. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket. Look for the big guy down low. Rabordi, fall away, won't fall, and it's Garrison Fiedler with the board. He'll clear it out for the Cats, finds Chase Watkins, brings it across the timeline. Cats with the lead, 34-33 here on the board. They'll find Nordstadt high on the top, comes around the pick, looks down in the lane, not there. Hess, three, not this time. And rebounded away. Outlet pass up court goes to Minster. He lays it up, rolls around slowly, and gets the bucket. And Minster has had the number here in the fourth quarter and puts Lewisburg back on top. But Chase Watkins rolls it the other way, sends the Cats back on top. 36-35 as we hit the 4-minute mark. Dribble drive, but we had a foul on the floor before that shot got taken. That's going to stop play. On the far side, number 3 is Brandon Nordstadt picking up his third personal foul. Now the 14th foul on the Wildcats. 5 team fouls on the Lewisburg side. Doing a little housekeeping on the floor as hard to believe them young men have worked up a sweat here with all the action up and down the floor. It has been a battle down to the very last 4 minutes of play here as Lewisburg fights back from a 4-point margin at the quarter break. Ben Minster scoring all 8 of the Lewisburg Wildcat points here in this fourth quarter of action. They want to work it to Ryobi. He's down in the paint, has to kick it out. And a steal. Nordstadt with the ball on the left-hand side. He goes, lays it up off the board and in the rim. Brandon Nordstadt gave the shake and bake, and he scores it for the Cats. Reporting ball loose on the floor, and the Cats, Fiedler dives for it, but it's out of bounds off of the Wildcats. Good defensive effort by the Wildcats. On the breakout, Nordstadt took it all the way to the rack, forcing his way through the defenders. On the other end, they got a hand in there, and then it was wild action on the floor. We've got a timeout on the floor by Lewisburg with the Wildcats leading 38-35. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout and be back with Wildcat basketball on the Dawg.
We're kicking off the football season at Burlington Auto Supply with a full field of savings on your fall tune-ups. Autolite spark plugs at $1.99 and Wix filters at $2.95 will get your vehicles ready to hit the road as you follow the Cats to all their home and road games. Stop by for our Saturday specials following each Wildcat victory at Burlington Auto Supply, your bumper-to-bumper parts store on Neosho Street in Burlington. Let's go, Cats!
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas. Caring beyond prescriptions.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball on the Dawg. Wildcats leading 38-35 with 3 minutes and 30 left on the clock. Lewisburg with the ball on the top side. They'll spring it to the left wing. Minster goes to the hoop, lays it up, but a player control foul on Minster as Garrison Fiedler had position on the defensive side. That wipes out the bucket, and Minster picks up his 4th personal foul. Now 16 fouls on Lewisburg. The next foul will send the Wildcats into the bonus. And they have possession. Jace Watkins with the ball on the high side. Looks to Jeffers. Comes around the pick. Picks up his dribble. Ball loose on the floor. Jeffers recovers. And now they call it a backcourt violation. The ball was tipped loose. Never did go into possession of Lewisburg. And when Connor came up with it, he was in the backcourt. Across the timeline, Gage with the dribble. Looks into the far corner. Now they'll set the pick. Ryobi working one-on-one. Kicks it back out to Gage. Look for the fadeaway. It wasn't there. Ryobi from 18. Not there. And Fiedler boards up for the Cats. Nice job going for the defensive rebound by the Wildcats. Jace Watkins will bring it across the timeline. Set the offense with 2:44 on the clock. Nordstadt near side. Looking into Fiedler. Now they'll pull it back out. They've got a chance to run some clock here. Connor Jeffers with the ball gives it back to Nordstadt. Now they'll play it out on the wing to Jace. He looks down the middle. Goes in for the lay-in. Not there. Connor couldn't get it to fall on the putback. And it's Lewisburg ball. On the far side, Minster gives it up to Doles. He'll dribble across the timeline. Now reverse feint goes on the left wing. In the hands of Gage. Puck goes around the pick. Looking on the give and go down low. It's tipped away, but off the Wildcats' hand, out of bounds. And Lewisburg to play it in under their bucket. Burlington leading 38-35 as Hess checks back into the lineup. Carson Meyer comes to the bench. Got to keep some fresh lungs in there. They look for the inbound play. High over the top, they'll go to Minster. He'll find Ryorby again at the free throw line. Dribble step off of, off of the Cats, out of bounds. Looks like Lewisburg had trouble handling that pass, but it was off of a Burlington defender. Minute 58 on the clock. Lewisburg to play it in on the far side. High over the top. Gage now comes up with it, calling out the play. He'll set on the left wing. Minster's going to drive down the paint. Blocked off there, and Chase Watkins steps in and pulls the pick. Nice job, Chase, on the defensive side. The Cats will pull it back out as Coach Barrett steps out on the floor, calling out his offense. Tells them what he wants them to do to handle this ball. Hess gives it up to Connor Jeffers. He'll work left-hand side, now in the hands of Nordstad. Minute 27 on the clock. Looks like Garrison Fiedler with the ball at the high post. He'll put it on the floor and go to the hoop. Blocked away, but the Cats get it right back. Jeffers with the loose ball. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Coach Barrett wants to talk it over with his young men. Set it up here to control that ball here in the last minute 13. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with Wildcat basketball on the Dog.
Ready to go? Almost. I just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Wildcat basketball here on the Dog. Burlington Wildcats taking on the Lewisburg Wildcats. And our Wildcats lead by 3, 38-35 with 1 minute left on the clock here at Baldwin. Ball is tied up, and it's Lewisburg ball. They'll play it inbound. Coach Barrett trying to illustrate what he thought was a foul with the official. That's just a little closer than the coach ought to get for comfort, I believe, but didn't sway the opinion, and Lewisburg will bring it across. On the right-hand wing, good defense by the Cats. Three-point shot on the way, off the rim, no good, and Chase Watkins boards it for the Cats. In the backcourt, they'll give it up to Nordstad. Lead out ahead, and the Cats will play some keep away. Hess is fouled from the backside. That's number 11. Desmond Doles picking up his fourth personal foul. The 17th foul will send the Wildcats to the line here with 43 seconds left. It's time for multiple fouls, and they picked the most inexperienced player for the Cats, Tegan Hess. He'll make them pay at the charity stripe. First free throw is on the way. It's in and out, won't fall. Lewisburg with the board. They'll bring it up to the far side. Big high dribble ball loose on the floor. Jeffers steals it, but he's out of bounds. And that'll be a Lewisburg ball with 34 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket. Step out of bounds with the cheerleading squad from Lewisburg on the far end. They'll set the offense to inbound. Good job by the Burlington defense. They'll have to lob it out high. Nordstad goes out, couldn't get the steal. Back on the left wing. Minster three-point shot is no good. Chase Watkins forced it for the Cats, and he's fouled. Chase Watkins went after that loose ball, got control, And that foul is on number 24, Justin Siebert, picking up his second personal foul. It stops the clock here with 25 seconds remaining. And Jace Watkins stepping to the line for the Cats. Cats only scored 6 points in this fourth quarter. They had a 5-point margin at the break. Chase can't connect on the free throw, and Lewisburg back with the ball. 22 seconds on the clock. Up court quickly they'll come. Feed it out to Seibert. He's going to dribble drive, but we've got a foul. A hand check at the line. Number 11 is Tegan Hess, picking up his second personal. Only the 15th foul on the Cats. That doesn't send Lewisburg to the line yet. They'll have to play it in with 15 seconds. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket. 3-point lead for the Cats here. It's down to who can make the shot now. If Lewisburg Wildcats have got to play good defense out at the 3-point line, they can give up a 2, but you want to steal and get the ball back in hand on this inbound play. Lewisburg under the bucket. Doles steps back out. They'll swing it around on the top of the circle. And Nordstadt with the steal. He'll come up court, turn it around, and dribble in. He's fouled. Nice job, Brandon, as the Lewisburg team forced to foul and stop the clock. Doles is guilty of his 5th personal foul, and that sends Brandon Nordstadt to the line with 6 seconds remaining. He can seal the deal here with a pair of free throws. And we have a timeout on the floor by the Lewisburg Wildcats. They want to talk it over. We want to keep it right here and tell you all of our fine sponsors of Burlington Wildcat Lady Cat basketball this season, bringing you the games every night. Alpha Roofing in Burlington, along with Beckman Motors from Garnett. Burlington Building Material and Burlington Auto Supply, both located on Neosho Street. The Central National Bank and Crossland Construction, also Diners Cafe, are home of those big cakes. First National Bank and Hoover's in Burlington. Caldwell Auto Parts, Jeff Towing up at New Strong, and the Life Care Center in Burlington, also sponsoring the Wildcats and Lady Cats. The Prescription Center in Burlington, and Dr. Rick Smith, DDS, down at Gridley. The Appliance Store and the Medicine Shop in Burlington, along with Trust Point Insurance and U.S. Cellular, round out the 18 sponsors of our Burlington Wildcat and Lady supporters all season long right here on the Dawg. When you're in Burlington or any of these locations, let them know you listen in to the Cats, and you're proud that they support these young athletes. We're back at the charity stripe. Brandon Nordstadt set for the Cats. He'll shoot 1 plus a bonus here. That first free throw is on the way and good. And he'll be there for the second free throw. Now a 4-point lead for the Cats with 6 seconds remain on the clock. That free throw is good also for Brandon. Lewisburg in the backcourt. They'll bring it across the timeline. Ryobi fires off at the clock. Ball loose on the floor, and the official was trying to get the attention of the clock keeper to call a timeout. But no, there was no time left on the clock. That is the ball game, a 40-35 finish. The Wildcats with the victory here in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic against the Lewisburg Wildcats. What an exciting finish to our contest to open up the tournament action. We look for another exciting game to finish up when the Lady Cats of Burlington take on the Lewisburg Lady Cats. We're going to go back to the station, take a 2-minute timeout, and get our stats together. We'll return to wrap up Wildcat victory tonight.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington for amazing deals and already low prices. On sale this week, frozen family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. Best choice vegetables, 2 for $1. Or a fresh boneless beef rump roast, $2.99 a pound. And fresh bananas, 39 cents a pound. New York garlic breads, 2 for $5. And American Beauty pasta, 99 cents. For these and more savings, go to Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends December 12th.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Diners Cafe, 1020 North 2nd Street, Burlington, it's all about you, our customer. The staff loves what they do with a desire to provide outstanding service, serve up your order freshly made with wholesome ingredients, and do it in a clean and comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page for our specials of the day and latest happenings. Diners Cafe, home of great food and awesome atmosphere. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
And we're back at Baldwin High School, the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. The Wildcats from Burlington get the victory, 40-35, here to open up tournament action. Lewisburg came out fast in the first quarter, taking a 13-7 lead at the end of the first break. The Wildcats outscored them 17-6, and at the halftime, they led 5 points, 24-19 over Lewisburg. Second quarter, they increased that lead to a 32-27 margin, and in the fourth quarter, it was tooth and nail, tied up at 33-32. They traded the lead back and forth, a couple of shots back and forth up and down the court, before the Wildcats got ahead by 3, held on, and finished it off with icing on the cake from Brandon Nordstadt, hitting 2 free throws with 6 seconds remaining on the clock to seal the victory for the Cats. Leading scorer for Lewisburg was Ben Benster with 13. He got all 8 of the Lewisburg points in that fourth quarter to lead their team effort. Desmond Doles with 9 points. Then 5 from Justin Sievert, 4 from Dalton Ryorby. Ryorby had to spend a lot of time on the bench with 4 fouls. 3 points tonight from Parker Prentice. His only shot made was a three-pointer, and a free throw from Deshares adds up to 35 for Lewisburg. On the Wildcat side of the ledger, tonight Connor McManus and Jordan Torres, 2 points each for the Cats. Connor Jeffers had 4. 7 points tonight from Garrison Fiedler, but his biggest contribution was on the defensive rebounding side as he swept the boards time and again for the Cats. In double figures, Jace Watkins tonight, 12 points, and even dozen for Jace, and Brandon Nordstadt passes him with 13 points. He was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, the 2 biggest in that last 6 seconds to gain the win for the Cats. So the Wildcats wrap it up. They will be back on the court again tomorrow night. They'll have the 5:30 game against the Anderson County Bulldogs. If we get a chance, we'll find a final from them here as they're going to be playing over in the other gym in the 7 o'clock game. But we will send it back to the station. We've got a little time before the Lady Cats will tip off here. Both teams out on the floor warming up. We'll send it back to Bobby at the station. And when we return, it'll be Lady Cat basketball here on the Dog. Take it away, Bobby.
KSNP 97.7 Burlington, the Flint Hills Classic Rock Station.